Whoa, try everything. Whoa, try everything. Hi, I'm Larry Saperstein, joined as always by Jacob Bellotti.
Hey,
how are you?
girl.
Are you having a zootastic day?
I'm feeling ready for Zootopia, honey.
Zootopia. Welcome to Let's Talk About That.
All systems are a go.
Talking database activated.
Begin in 3, 2, 1.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what? Let's talk about who? Let's talk about me. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about that.
Girl, I cannot believe we are talking about that.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Let's talk about that.
We watched Zootopia earlier today.
But we have not seen Zootopia.
No, not yet. Zootopia 2.
Zootopia 2 is Zootopia.
Yes, or Zootopia.
Well, okay, so here's my thing. I understand that Zootopia fits into the rhyme of it better, right? Like zoo and two are words that rhyme.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But you want to have the zoo in there. Because if you say it's Zootopia, then we don't know what that is.
I feel like we still know what
Well,
that is.
Zootopia, right, is a play on the word utopia.
Yes, I got that.
Right? So if it's Zootopia, then two is also Zootopia could also be a play on the word utopia. But if it's Zootopia,
This is a stupid one.
then it's zoo. We still get the zoo in
Got
there.
it. Mhm.
You know what I mean?
I do understand the point that you're making.
But they just went with Zootopia too.
Yes, which, I think is probably for the best after this discussion.
It's just they missed an opportunity for it to be Zootopia.
I don't know. We've had a pretty busy week, actually. We had Thanksgiving.
Well,
Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah, the holiday weekend.
Yes.
Holiday week, really.
Yeah, we
'Cause
had
when-
a whole week of holidaying.
When you're a host,
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. I saw a post somewhere, TikTok, whatever, that said hosting is a hobby.
Yes, it is.
And if
100% agree.
And if you can treat it like a hobby, then you'll have fun with it, A. But B, also, hobbies, they take time.
Well, shout out to my friend Sarah Happel Jackson, okay. Producer extraordinaire.
Okay.
She is like a professional host.
Oh, okay.
She does the whole tablescaping thing, which we've talked about.
Right.
She
Shout out
does-
to your mom.
Yeah, she does like decorative everythings. Like she'll always have a theme.
Oh, wow.
She is very good at hosting it. It is absolutely a hobby.
Now, how do we snag that Thanksgiving invite?
Well, she was actually in Bora Bora this year for Thanksgiving.
Oh, well,
so-
naturally.
That's what happens when you're an executive producer.
Well, those
on
Bora
shows.
Borians, they're really known for their Thanksgiving traditions over in what country is Bora Bora? Is that
French Polynesia.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. So
Mhm.
those French Polynesians.
Now, where do you think that is on the world map?
I know where that is. Excuse your mouth. It was very rude
You
of
know
you.
where it is?
It was very rude of you to assume that I don't know geography.
Just specific.
You think I'm
geography.
stupid, don't
I
you?
don't think you're stupid. We are spiraling here.
It is in the South Pacific,
Yes.
near like Guam.
Close to Guam.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's islands out there. Yes.
Yeah.
That's where it is.
The musical South Pacific. Ever heard of it?
No.
Is that real?
What is it?
South Pacific?
Yeah.
Wait, are you being serious?
Yeah.
You've never heard of South Pacific?
No.
One enchanted evening,
Nope.
you will find your true love.
I don't know.
It's a Rodgers and Hammerstein musical. It's,
Oh, okay.
It's very, very, very popular. It's about racism.
Oh, okay.
But it's like World War II
Well, we have
And-
other ones for that now.
Yes, but this story is it's World War II, and there's like a group of soldiers and also women, and they're
course.
in the South Pacific. They're stationed.
Well, I kind of got that they would be in the South Pacific. given
Yes, they're like
title.
stationed near. I don't know if it's in French Polynesia. Well, I don't know if French Polynesia was really even a thing at that point in time, but it was near then, right? Because France and the U.S. were allied powers, and it's near the Japanese, right? Like the Pearl Harbor, and all that, you know, you know.
Yeah.
And
all of that history.
yeah, Pearl Harbor.
You want to explain that? Like
What's Pearl Harbor?
Yeah, no, like explain.
Let's talk about Pearl Harbor, honey.
Yes, explain all these historical events to me.
Well, I don't know necessarily all the historical events of South Pacific, but Pearl Harbor is when the Japanese attacked the Americans. Japan.
Yes.
And they attacked Pearl Harbor in Hawaii.
And do you know what day that happened? The day of the year that
Pearl Harbor Day.
which is what date?
Marruary.
No.
Timber.
No. December 7th.
So I was close with the ember.
No.
That's coming up.
But you said timber.
You're right. That's coming up.
December? It sure is, honey.
Happy Pearl Harbor Day.
It's December now when you're listening to
yes.
this. We love
Tea.
December. How do you feel about December?
Love.
Love. Love December.
Love.
So many
love.
great things. Pearl Harbor Day.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the biggest holiday that happens in December.
Yes, that's right.
Day of Remembrance.
Wait, I want to finish telling you about South Pacific.
Oh my God. Okay.
So there's the natives of the island.
Yeah.
And then there's
Let me guess. They get colonized and something horrible happens because of white people.
basically, so
Yeah.
the main woman character whose name I cannot remember right now.
Oh, Larry Saperstein
But she was
doesn't
played
know
by-
anything about musicals.
She was played by Kelly O'Hara in the revival.
Uh-huh.
She falls in love with this Frenchman, and then she meets his children, and then the children are Polynesian. They're mixture, half Polynesian, half French.
Okay.
And then she gets cold feet.
So you can say they're French Polynesian.
Sure.
There you go.
So, but then she gets cold feet because of racism.
Racism.
And she doesn't want to be with a man who has Polynesian children. And then at the end she comes around
Okay.
and she overcomes her racism.
Great.
And then there's kind of a B story about this man, Lieutenant Cable. He's the other lead kind of.
Uh-huh.
And then he falls in love with a Polynesian woman.
I
So then
see.
that's another thing that's also happening.
Okay. Well, we got on that because we were talking about hosting Thanksgiving.
Oh, there's also a song in there that goes 101 pounds of fun. That's my little honey bun. You would love that song.
Whew, I wish
Get
it was time to
load
take
of
a break.
honey bun tonight. I'm talking about my
You got to stop
sweetie
singing
pie.
songs on the podcast. We're going to get muted.
We will not get
We
muted.
will get muted, girl. It's happened before.
Because we sing Rodgers and Hammerstein.
Yeah, we've had shorts on YouTube get muted because you were singing.
Well, I'm a singer.
Well, no, girl, you better stop singing. You better close that to rap, honey.
I'll say that to you every time you sing, and then you see how you feel.
Oh, please. When I sing, it's angelic.
So what is it when I sing?
It's
No, tell me. What is it when I sing?
It's great. Can we talk about hosting Thanksgiving?
We already did an entire Thanksgiving episode.
I know, but we now need to talk about the struggles post-mortem.
All right. Give me the struggles.
It was hard. That was the struggle.
What was the hardest part? Well, we did almost set the apartment on fire.
We didn't. There was just something burning on the bottom of the oven, and it caused a lot of smoke. But there's no fire.
But I don't understand what was burning on the bottom of the oven because the oven was clean.
I know. It's just like residue.
And then Jeremy was like, we don't leave the oven on that long. And I was like, well, I just made meatloaf 2 weeks ago, and that was in there for 2 hours, and the oven didn't
Maybe
smoke.
it was your meatloaf.
No.
Maybe you're the culprit
My
of all the
meatloaf
smoke
didn't
in the
spill.
apartment.
My meatloaf didn't spill.
Okay. I don't know if
You're seriously going to blame me for this?
No, I'm just saying if you cooked the meatloaf 2 weeks ago and now 2 weeks later there's residue that's causing the whole apartment to smoke, I don't know what to believe in that scenario.
You want to talk about residue?
Yeah, sure.
Let's talk about your stink.
My stink.
Your stinky residue.
What?
I don't know.
You didn't have somewhere to go.
No,
with that
I
one.
didn't. I didn't have anything planned, but I was
No.
I was offended by the word residue.
No. Well, we had a very busy Thanksgiving. We
Very
had tons
busy.
of people over.
Tons of people.
And it was a whole day affair.
Uh-huh.
Really. We got up at 8 a.m., watched the parade.
Yes. Yes.
Apparently, sorry, we have to make a correction on this podcast because last year around Thanksgiving, we called that parade Hoda's Last Hurrah.
Ah, yes, Hoda's Last Hurrah. Well, it's not really a correction. We're not the ones that have to make that correction. They made the correction.
That's right.
You know what I mean? They heard what we had to say.
Yeah.
And we, the fans, said it was Hoda's Last Hurrah, and that
Yeah.
was very upsetting. And
Right.
and you know what? You know who heard that? The good fine folks over at NBC Universal.
About 5 minutes that way.
And they said, you know what? We hear that.
yeah.
We hear that. And so Hoda, ring ring, ring ring, Hoda Kotb,
You know
she's
what?
back.
I can't wait for Hoda's next hurrah.
Yes. And you know what? I'm not even gonna say it's Hoda's last hurrah. It's
Yeah.
there's gonna be Hoda's future hurrah.
Yes.
Hoda's next hurrah.
Hoda's next hurrah.
Honestly, it's kind of tea. She doesn't do the Today Show anymore.
Yeah.
But she just shows up for that Thanksgiving
Gets a
parade.
huge paycheck and
Yeah.
leaves.
How about the Hot Ones guy on there just spitting facts?
Girl, what was that?
I don't know.
He has no personality.
That's not true.
I'm sorry. I don't like him.
He's a great interviewer.
Mr. Hop. No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He's a bad interviewer.
That's not
actually.
true. That's not
It is true.
He's a great interviewer.
Girl, I have watched so many Hot Ones, and I'm like, what are these stupid ass questions he's asking, and why is he not following up on an answer?
Well, because they have to eat the hot thing.
I know
and
they
then,
have to eat the
and then
hot
they're kind
thing.
of like incapacitated, and then there's no room for like a follow up.
No, there needs to be room for a follow up. If you say,
But that's not that kind of
If-
show.
if
It's a
you-
like
if
it's not like an interrogated show.
if you ask someone a question, they're like, the answer is like, "Oh, my wife died." What do you think the follow up question?
You're telling
is?
me he's not following that
No,
up. I don't believe
What do you think the follow up question would be? Oh, what happened?
Well, that's a little inconsiderate, Jacob.
That's inconsiderate.
If someone says my wife died, and then you just say what happened, what maybe they don't want to talk
Okay, but
about
you don't
it.
say what happened. You say like, "Oh, this is a space for
Well, you just said. You say what happened. You just said you say what
I
happened.
know, but you say
So what is the truth?
You say it eloquently. You say it in a way. You say it like, "Oh, well, this is a space that if you want to share what happened, you are welcome to, and we will be here for you."
Uh-huh.
But he does not do that.
But it's Hot Ones. They got it. They say their wife died, then they got to eat the devil's
My
ball
wife
sack.
died.
They gotta-
Here's devil's ball
Here's
sack
devil's ball
sauce.
sack.
Woo! Nice, a spicy one. Woo! Woo! Stupid.
Played by Mikey Day.
Yeah. Whoa. Is it cake?
We gotta watch. Is it
My
Cake
God.
Holiday?
New holiday season, bitch, of Is It Cake?
Yeah.
Love.
We haven't watched it yet.
I still love it already.
You already know.
Yeah, it's so funny that Is It Cake is like unironically one of my favorite shows on television.
I can't believe that.
Well, because it's not pretentious. It's not trying to be good TV.
Yeah.
It knows exactly what it is, and it knows that it's making fun of Mikey Day for not being a good host.
I always think, and you know what? This person has probably been on that show maybe once, but in my head, Fortune Feimster is in every episode.
Fortune Feimster.
Yeah, she's the guest judge.
Did you see her on Magnolia once?
One time I think it was on Laurel Canyon.
Oh.
She was driving, I think, in front of me or maybe behind me, like, and I just kind of saw. I was like, oh, I think that's Fortune Feimster.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
saw her on the set of Drag Race.
Well, we can't all come and go by Bubble.
That's another one we saw.
Madame Morrible, flip it around, Wicked Witch.
The worst performance of all
Oh,
time
God.
in
Oh,
a movie.
God.
Ever. I think ever. What do you think about that, Larry?
I think.
Oh, I'm going to watch him squirm to get out of this
No.
one.
I think Michelle Yeoh is deserving of the Oscar that she has. And I also think
Actually, the deserving candidate that year would have been Cate Blanchett for Tar.
I thought that was a different year.
Nope, it was that year. Cate Blanchett for Tar should have won that Oscar.
There were many great performances that
And
year.
the best one was Cate Blanchett in Tar.
Okay. There were many great performances. You have your thoughts about Everything Everywhere All at Once. We don't have to get into that.
I like Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's a great movie, but it's not a film.
I disagree with you. I think it's a film. I think that it was very original and it was really cool and it made me very emotional when I saw it. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a very
And
original movie.
And I think that she was deserving of that Oscar. However,
However, you have not watched Tar. So,
this is true.
so
This is
you
true.
have no legs
I
to
can't
stand on.
fully comment on it.
There's no legs on you. No legs.
Just call me Nessa Rose, honey. No legs.
Oh my God.
In the book. No, wait. In the book, she has no arms. No, wait. She has no legs.
She has legs, honey.
In the book?
Yes, they're just mangled.
No.
Yes.
Well, then she has no arms.
Nope, she has arms.
No, I don't think that's right. In the book.
In the book.
The novel, Wicked,
I know, in the book.
by Gregory Maguire.
In the book, she is birthed in very graphic detail description as having mangled legs.
And no arms.
No, honey, she has arms.
All right, we're going to fact check that after this. But anyway, I think Michelle Yeoh was wrongly cast in this movie. I don't think that she was the right choice for Madame Morrible.
That's correct because she was horrible. It was terrible. Terrible. It's one of the worst castings of all time.
Yeah, just not a great casting choice in my opinion. And there's lots of I think that Madame Morrible has to have a bit more sass and gravitas.
We've pitched Cheryl Lee Ralph.
I think Cheryl Lee Ralph would have
I think
probably
they should
been
go back and refilm with Cheryl Lee Ralph.
I think Cheryl Lee Ralph would have been the best choice. And I know she was probably unavailable, Cheryl Lee Ralph, but in last year when the first part came out, I thought to myself, this is probably not the best choice for this role. And then I feel like part 2, act 2 of Wicked really hinges on Madame Morrible as a character. And I just don't think I just don't think she delivered. I don't really know what else to say.
Well, here's the tea on it, okay? So the second she opens her mouth, it's a train wreck. Like, she has no presence. She has no gravitas. She has absolutely no idea what she's doing. She doesn't know what movies she's in. She says every line incorrectly. She can't sing, which is, difficult in a musical. And she has a main role in the second movie, more so than the first.
I don't think she has no presence. I just don't think she has the correct presence.
Girl,
she
did you see her standing there in regular motion as time froze around Ariana Grande?
that was like a weird like misstep.
How could somebody miss that?
I don't know.
The number of times that was watched in an edit bay and nobody missed that. Because they had to go in and edit. And
then I was like,
and edit frozen confetti in the air.
Right.
They had to edit.
No, that was a choice that must have been a choice that was made.
Well, it was the wrong one.
Well, and then it's like everything goes back into motion and the confetti starts going again.
Yes.
But then she's just standing there like, doo, 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 doo,
she's like walking around.
She like didn't know she was on
camera. She wrote
camera.
an essay. she got gas for her car. She, wrote a novel. She was just doing all of that while Ariana Grande's up there singing.
Yeah. I just don't know. I just don't think she was the right choice, unfortunately.
She certainly was not. And also, whoever the lighting designer was also not the correct choice.
I don't know if I see fully all of your critiques about the lighting, and I say that truthfully. I noticed there are some moments where the characters are kind of in the dark, but
says off camera.
No, that's not true. That's not true, Ellen. That's not the truth, Ellen.
Versus on camera.
That is not the truth, Ellen.
Okay,
While we were
continue.
walking to the car last
Continue
night,
your point.
I said, I don't know if I understand everything you're saying
then
about the lighting.
Allow me to explain it to you.
Well, can I say my point first?
Sure.
Don't you want in a movie for things to be moody sometimes and backlit and
Absolutely.
and like lit from the side?
Absolutely. You sure do. Unfortunately, none of that was happening in this film.
What do you mean none of that was happening?
Well, what you want in terms of lighting, right, is to set a tone.
Okay.
And you want to be able to see the subjects at important moments in the film. So when a character is supposed to be expressing emotion, right? You would hope that you could see that character's face. Unfortunately, that happened about 0 times.
But then
during
sometimes
Wicked
you
for
want it to
Good.
be moody.
You definitely want it to be moody, but there's ways for it to be moody while still being able to see the character's face if they need to express emotion. Like Galinda's wedding, right? In part 2 with Fiyero.
Yeah.
She's walking down the aisle and, well, first of all, let's backtrack. It was nighttime.
Maybe there was supposed to be like a wedding hall.
No, because we heard Michelle Yeoh say in a deadpan voice, "Tonight we celebrate the wedding of Fiyero
Right.
and
Well, so
Galinda."
that's what I'm saying. So there was like sunlight coming through the thing, but maybe that was supposed to be like a wedding hall. Maybe it wasn't actually a window. Maybe it was like a light source. Because you have to remember it's in like the palace, right? So maybe it was just like a big light source, not a window.
All right. So that aside, I'm willing to consider your absurd theory that it's a light source and not the sun.
Okay.
But what I'm not willing to consider is she's walking down the aisle. This is her moment, right? To shine, and we're supposed to see how she feels walking down the aisle towards Prince Fiyero. There is a sun glare over the lens of the camera, and you cannot see her face.
I'm being completely honest right now. I didn't notice that, so I don't remember that. What I did think was egregious was "As Long as You're Mine."
Yes.
That was the one that I didn't enjoy.
Yes, you can't see Elphaba's face
Well,
at
and
all.
I also think she starts singing to him.
I'm
and
sorry,
she,
whoever decided to put a green person on green backgrounds is a terrible fucking cinematographer.
I'm not gonna judge anyone's character or
I'm
their
saying that
or
they
their
did
job.
a poor job.
I'm not gonna judge anyone's job,
Okay, I'm judging their job.
but I do think
If that is your job and that's the decision you make, you're bad at your job.
I'm not attacking anyone personally. I'm not doing that.
Okay.
But what I will say is I don't necessarily agree with the decision to have Elphaba start just walking around when she's singing. As long as you're like, she should be singing to Fiyero, but then she's like walking around and doesn't actually sing to him until like closer to the end of the song, which to me felt a little odd. Now let's move on to the positives.
I would have liked to see Cynthia Erivo's face during For Good. I think that would have been a nice time to be able to see her facial expression. And unfortunately, that didn't happen.
That's not a positive.
Well, I'm just pointing out to you. You asked about the lighting and didn't understand what I was saying. So here's me explaining to you.
Well, so
what
here's
I'm
the thing,
saying.
right? Like on stage, when the show is on stage, they have a green spotlight on Elphaba the entire performance.
Well, they should have had a green spotlight on her.
I wonder if that's
Or
something
even just a light. You know, they could have held a light up so that we
yeah,
could see
I wonder
her.
if that's something that you can achieve in film. Like,
being
like-
able to see the character.
well, but I mean, she's a green. Like, how many movies do you know where the main character is green?
Every Muppets movie ever made. Are you kidding? What kind of disrespect? What is happening here?
I never thought of that. That's funny.
Uh-huh.
But it's different shade of green, you know, and those are less like cinematic.
Kermit the Frog green.
Yeah. I did think No Good Deed was fierce, though.
Yes. I think
that
was
part of the
fierce.
movie was really fierce. I enjoyed it.
It was very fierce. I loved the atmosphere, but again, you could not see her face.
That's not true.
It is true.
You could see her face.
It is true.
It might not have
Go
been
back
like.
and watch. You can't see her face.
I could see her face. I saw her singing.
That's great. I saw the outline of a person singing too.
I saw her
Did
singing.
I see the emotion that was on her face?
Come on.
No.
Come on.
I did not.
Come on. That's not true.
It is true.
I saw her singing.
Well, you can go back and watch.
I watched it twice.
That's too many.
I saw her singing.
The positives, it's over.
Jacob.
That's a positive. Yeah, I mean, they had a lot of chances to correct some of the issues with the Broadway shows Act 2, and they unfortunately
You keep saying
Did
that
not
the
do
Broadway show has all these issues in Act 2, and I don't.
it does have issues. It's not as strong as Act 1.
I'm going to say, what are the issues? And you're going to say, there's no good song. And then we're going to reach an impasse again because I disagree with you. I think Act 2 has great songs.
Sorry, there's no like memorable songs besides For Good. For Good.
No Good Deed is
Honey-
memorable as long as your mind is memorable.
Honey, anyone outside of the crazy fanatic circle of musical fans
Excuse
does
me.
not actually know those songs. The songs they know from the show are Defying Gravity, they know For Good,
It doesn't
and
matter.
they know Popular. Those are the three songs that they know from.
And as long as you walk away from a musical knowing at least one song, that's a success. The
Absolutely.
question is,
Absolutely,
do the
but I'm
songs
saying-
convey the emotion and do they move the story
Honey,
forward?
honey.
And the answer is yes, they do.
But honey, they're not as good as the songs in the first act.
I disagree. By the way, you said one. You said
Everybody
one song.
knows this. This isn't like an unpopular opinion I'm sharing. These songs in Act 2 are known to be not as
By
good.
who? Known by who?
Everybody.
Who's everybody?
Everybody in every theater community that's ever existed knows that the Act 1 songs in Wicked are stronger than the Act 2 songs in Wicked.
I'm not buying it. I never heard this theory until you.
You
and
never heard
you and
this?
Jerome started getting in cahoots to make me feel stupid.
Every single person will tell you this.
I've never heard this
Go
theory.
ask all your little theater friends.
All my little theater
Yeah,
friends.
go ask them. Which act of Wicked is better, Act 1 or Act 2? What do you think they're going to say?
They're gonna say, Act 1 builds the world and Act 2 completes the story, and they complement each other. That is how a musical works.
No.
That is how a musical
They're
functions.
going to say, Act 1 is better. That's what they're all going to say.
Almost every musical, the music in Act 1 is more memorable than the music in Act 2.
Sure.
That's how a musical works.
Sure. But
Think of
but then
every
there's-
musical.
But then there's the issue of making an entire movie about the second act.
Well, sure,
There's
but
inherently an issue there.
sure, but I don't work at Universal, so
I know that, but I'm saying they had every opportunity in the world to correct some of that and put in like 2 new banger songs, and instead we got
well, I don't
Some of the worst
like those songs.
original
I don't like those
songs
songs that were added.
ever written for a musical movie.
Yeah, I don't really like those songs that were added, unfortunately.
I am living for how K-pop Demon Hunters is
Oh,
gonna
yeah, K-pop-
destroy Wicked at the
We're
Oscars.
going up, up, up. Have we talked about K-pop Demon Hunters?
I think we might have talked about it last week. We love K-pop Demon Hunters. We love you.
K-pop Demon
Love.
Hunters.
Love.
We're going up.
You got to again. You got to stop singing on the podcast. You must.
But I have a talent that I want to share with the world.
Well, share it somewhere else, not on the podcast.
Well, I'm
share
so
it in your cameos that you do. Book Larry on Cameo, people.
Jacob.
He's on Cameo.
That feels very pointed and rude.
What? It was not. I was giving you a free plug.
I
was giving you a free plug.
Well, I'm very excited for Golden to win the Oscar
Me
for
too.
Best Original Song.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it being any other song.
Yeah.
Golden. It's got to.
Of course, it's gonna win.
It's got to be Golden. It's got to be Golden.
Well, I'm personally more excited to see Timothée Chalamet win his Oscar.
You really think he'll win an
I think
Oscar
he's
for?
gonna win. Having not even seen the movie, I think he's gonna win.
Did we talk about Frankenstein
No, we have not talked about that yet.
in terms of like Oscar-ness?
No, but we will talk about it right after this.
All right. So
We're back.
we're back. Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that
Love.
that movie.
Love.
Film. That film.
That was a film. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a Guillermo del Toro film.
That's interesting to me because I've seen many of his films, and he is astounding.
I thought it was just beautiful. Like the cinematography was gorgeous.
Of course, and we watched their Oscars campaign.
Yeah, their documentary. And it was
afterwards.
fascinating, actually.
Yeah.
The set design was beautiful. It was gritty. It was like real. It was the makeup, the hair and makeup was beautiful. The costumes were gorgeous.
Yeah, it was a wonderful film. Frankenstein was amazing. I loved
Stein.
it. Yeah, that's how they say it.
Yeah.
Get
yeah.
into it.
Yeah, the all of it was just really well. It was really just well directed and well crafted, like
Absolutely.
from its inception. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Okay, Gia Gunn.
I don't know. I said it.
Absolutely.
And then I heard it. No, I loved Frankenstein. I thought it was great. No notes for me on that one, to be honest.
Yeah, I wouldn't really know how to say like how that movie could be better.
That is how you make a film, honey.
Sure. It was just like, yeah, it was. I don't really tend to like things that are like very gruesome like that.
Yeah.
But all of it in that movie is justified. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like the second part where you're following, you know, the monster's like story like barreling towards the end is like where it becomes like deeper and more thoughtful. And even though there's still some violence in that part, it's like, I don't know. It just like, it was really gripping.
Yeah, it was an amazing film.
Yeah.
And you talking about gore just reminded me about that Stranger Things season 5 part 1 has now aired.
And let's talk about like both these are Netflix. Like Netflix is really doing
Netflix,
it.
And on top of that, they have Is It Cake Holiday.
Netflix is really back on top.
Just hit after
Back
hit
on top.
after hit. You get Frankenstein, boom, hit. You get Stranger Things season 5, boom, hit. You get Is It Cake Holiday, boom,
Boom, hit. Okay, so you have the floor, Stranger Things, season 5,
Yeah.
part 1, go.
So again, basically everything that I've predicted and thought has happened.
You said Mike was going to die. I see no Mike death.
Well, not at this moment. You got to stay tuned for
Okay.
part 2.
Okay.
I think it's interesting that what they've said about part 2 now that part 1 is out,
Yeah.
saying that like it's, you know, the show isn't Game of Thrones. There's not going to be like a Red Wedding episode, you know.
You gotta.
Red Wedding in Game of Thrones is basically most of the main characters die. Very
okay.
gruesome. They're all killed in one event at this Red Wedding.
Oh, wow.
Killed by David Bradley, by the way, who is Argus Filch and the old man in Frankenstein. So connecting everything back.
Okay.
But Stranger Things season 5 part 1 was awesome.
Yeah.
It was
We watched it all in one night.
cinematic storytelling at its peak.
Yeah.
The build, like a lot of people, I've heard some chatter that they were like bored by the first episode or two. And I completely disagree. I think it was set up beautifully.
And I also think the fourth episode is fantastic.
Right.
So it's like,
Also, like, think about the first few episodes of every other season of Stranger Things.
yeah, it's always a
Not-
slow build.
It's a slow build until you get to the event.
Yes.
And then the event happens and it's crazy.
right.
You
They
know?
build very methodically, piece by piece,
Yeah.
until the big moment.
Until the
they
big
do that
moment.
that's the structure of the show.
That's how the show works.
Yes.
And this one, they're starting in a different circumstance.
Right.
They're starting in a circumstance where the bad thing with the Upside Down is already happening instead of about to happen.
Right.
Which is, kind of true and kind of not true. Like everything with Vecna happened last year or last season, and like now they're kind of in this lull when it starts,
Right.
before he starts striking again.
Right.
But you can feel the danger. Like I think the feeling of the danger is
Yeah.
very present in that
Yeah.
first episode.
Yeah.
Something I did not predict that I've thoroughly enjoyed is Holly Wheeler being like a main character.
Yes, you thought she was just gonna be killed,
Dead.
But
Yeah.
but I think it speaks to like Vecna's journey, right? Because since pretty much season 1, all he's been doing really is killing.
Yeah.
Like in season 1, obviously he takes Will, and there's not really a lot of like killing that happens
Barb.
in season, except for Barb, really, right?
There's a few like Dr. Brenner people get killed.
Sure.
And then
But killing at the hands of Vecna, I mean.
right, it's Barb.
Or at the hands of the Upside Down, whatever.
Barb, and then there's like a couple other kids that die that they say like multiple kids have been taken.
Okay.
And whatever.
But really, then the killings kind of ramp up. Obviously, season 4, there's like Vecna specific kills.
Yeah.
And I think now we're back to like the season 1 motives of Vecna, where like he's taking
Yeah.
children rather than just killing them,
Yeah.
which speaks to like the growth of that arc.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So Stranger Things season 5 part 1 major spoiler warning.
Yeah.
I did predict that Will would have powers.
Yes,
and that
you
was
did. You
because
have
of-
said that.
That was because of the stage play. So I really want to talk about the connection here.
Yeah, this was really, really cool, actually. I'm really glad that we saw that show before.
Yes.
Not that you
Because-
need to see it, but it did kind of enrich the world a little bit.
I've seen so many people talking about like they didn't understand why Henry would be in the play during that one flashback scene.
Yes.
That Joyce is there and Karen and all of them, blah, blah, blah. But like, you have to see the play.
Yeah.
Like the play is necessary. And it's also necessary to understand the significance of the cave that Max is hiding in.
Right.
She's hiding in the cave that is a memory of when Henry was 8 and when he first got his powers in a cave in Nevada.
Right.
And
So
that
we
is
know,
mentioned
yeah. So we
in-
know that because we saw the play.
We know that because we saw the play. And obviously that's going to be very significant in season 5, part 2.
Right.
We'll of course see the origin story of Henry in that cave
Yeah.
in part 2. But specifically, I knew Will was going to have powers because Dr. Brenner in the stage play says that they used Henry's blood to create the other children
Right.
that have powers.
Right.
And so the second I heard that, I'm like, oh, well, Will was plugged into the Upside Down. But
Right. He's going to have powers.
He's gonna have
but that
powers.
also technically means that probably Holly will have powers too. That
Well,
means that
that's-
everyone that's getting plugged in.
That's the idea. But the question is, are they going to stop it in time?
right. How long do they
right.
need to be like?
Like, we don't
Right.
know
We don't know.
that
We
at
don't
this
know.
point.
But I love, and I do think you're right. I do think it's a gay allegory.
The whole
Like-
show is a gay allegory.
Right. And I also think you're right. It's like it is about Will at the end of the day.
Yes, the show's
Like-
about Will Byers. But to explain this for people who might not like analyze television in the way we do.
Yeah.
The reason that Stranger Things is a gay allegory
Yes.
is because it's about Will's self-acceptance, right? The entire show has been centered around Will being different. Will being the weird kid, the outcast. Not to mention that the character is actually gay.
Right.
But that already is an othered allegory, right, in the story. He's the weird kid who's taken and different from his friends, and then he's zombie boy, and then he's all these things that are just outcast material.
Yes.
And while the rest of the group are the nerds, Will even further is outcasted by everyone. In fact, he's physically separated from his friends in most scenarios throughout the show. And that is like the story of gay people, right? I loved that they had this team up between Robin and Will.
Yes,
the
it was
gays,
much needed, and it was really, really, really,
the gays
really
were
great.
gang, and kudos to the Duffers for seeing that.
Yes.
And like knowing that Robin and Will had to be paired up this season for Will to get to that point.
Well,
because what happens is Will gets to this point of self-acceptance. He has finally accepted that he is a gay man or teen. He's supposed to be. I mean, he looks like an adult
male,
right? A gay male, and that he has freedom in being a gay male, and that's what's able to unlock his powers and overcome the mental barrier that had been holding him back from being able to be extraordinary and have superpowers.
Because that's the thing. That's like there's a lot of like mirrors here, right? So like Will having a mirror, obviously with Henry Creel, who we learn this in the stage play and sort of in the show as well, is very much the outcast. Always. I still believe they should have made him gay in the stage play.
Me too.
They didn't, but whatever. And then there's also, I think, a parallel now that Will has powers with Will and Eleven. And Eleven doesn't really have those self-identity issues because she didn't really grow up in the same way. It's like she's always been kind of this superhero. And so she like struggles with other things, but she doesn't really struggle with like her own self-acceptance, right?
Kinda. She does in season 4. Season 4 is about her struggle for self-acceptance, for thinking that she committed this horrible crime and killed all those kids, but we find out she didn't, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But she's blaming herself for that the whole season. However...
But she's not othered for that.
11 has a lesbian-ass haircut in every season of the show.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So, gay allegory.
And then there's also like Robin, who has kind of already done that journey.
Yeah.
And is kind of imparting that wisdom onto Will.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of characters that are kind of just relating to Will's story, you know?
Absolutely.
And then obviously Mike is the person he's like in love with. Like there, there's all of that.
Yeah, they really push that even further this season.
I know. I'm kind of like, is Mike
them like potentially being a couple? But I do not.
I don't think, because I think
that would be too
technically
much.
Technically Mike and 11 are still like dating, right? They're still like a couple, right?
Yes, technically. But listen, Mike is power sexual. So
sure, right.
Whoever has powers, he loves. Okay,
I know
that look he gave Will at the end of episode 4.
Yeah.
My God, no. But they're not going to get together, mostly because that would be too much for people in the Midwest to handle, and we need to take our progress as it comes. Okay, like
sure,
you can't have everything you want.
Sure, I mean, look, we'll see how it goes, but I really do. I do agree, like, that is a great way of looking at the story, and I do think it was intentional.
Of course it was. They've actually said this in an interview, that the whole thing was intentional, of Will finally accepting himself, and that's what gave him the mental freedom to move into this new space. And I'm so excited to see part 2 with that.
Yeah.
I also predicted 8 being
Did you?
returning.
Yeah, so what
which
do you
is
think of
so
8?
upsetting to me.
Upsetting.
It was upsetting because that is obviously the one skippable episode of Stranger Things as a whole.
But now you have to go back and rewatch it because
I've seen it twice. That's enough times for me. Still, it's still
Right.
too much for me to go and rewatch that episode because I truly hate that episode so much. It's like not even
the bottle episode where we see none of the other characters except for 11.
correct. And the episode before ends with the same shot as the beginning of the episode after, so you can just skip it and it's like nothing happened.
Right.
All you need to know is that 11 regained her power.
Right.
But
It could have been a scene.
yeah, it
It didn't have to be a full episode.
Not only did it get a full episode, it got the cold open of episode 1 of season 2.
Wow.
Was Kali and her gang driving around, and then
Right.
we see the 8 on her sleeve after she does a thing.
Crazy.
So Kali is back in. It'll be interesting to see her in this new context because what she does is very Vecna adjacent. She does something different than 11 that Vecna does too.
Explain.
Things that are different. So Vecna is able to create illusions for people around him. He's able to create scenes. For instance, when Max is Dear Billy in the graveyard in season 4, Vecna creates this illusion that Billy's walking towards her.
Right.
He does the same thing with whatever her name was, the cheerleader from
Oh,
season
yeah,
4,
yeah.
Chrissy.
Yeah.
And Fred, the reporter.
Right.
Played by
Logan Riley Bruner, yes.
Logan Riley Bruner, friend of the pod.
Friend of the pod.
But Kali has those powers. Her thing is creating illusions.
Okay.
Like, so in the cold open.
I don't know if I realized that different people have different powers. I thought it was kind of all the same.
There are similar powers for most of them.
Yeah.
But Kali had a different one. Which is why we all thought after season 4 that they've really like retro, wiped that, like
Right.
pretending that never happened.
But no, she's back.
But no, she's back. But in the cold open of season 2, there's like a police chase, and she makes the officer who's driving the police car chasing them think that a bridge collapsed.
Right.
Collapsed,
I remember this.
and it
Right.
causes them to stop. Like, that's her illusion thing, and that's something Vecna can do, and something 11 cannot do.
And you know what? Kudos to the Duffer Brothers for
Yes.
saying we're not going to admit to any mistakes.
Yes.
We're not going to say that this season 2 episode was a mistake. No.
Yes.
We're going to bring it all back full circle.
Yes, and I actually saw, this is so ridiculous and so deep. So apparently in Dungeons and Dragons, again, I've never played, so excuse me for not knowing everything.
Okay.
But the highest you can roll is a 20.
Yes.
Now, 11 plus 8 plus 1
Girl.
is
Girl. Oh!
And
Chills.
and you need a 20 to kill Vecna in Dungeons and Dragons.
Is Vecna like... So the thing about Dungeons and Dragons is like there's not really any characters. But
apparently Vecna is a Dungeons and Dragons character.
Okay.
And to kill Vecna, you need to roll a 20. And now we have Will 1, right? Connected to Henry, he's like 1. Plus 11 is 12. Plus 8 is 20.
Chills. Chills. Gooped. Gooped.
Stranger Things. Now, if that's intentional or not, who knows?
Right.
But that is a thing that is being discussed at this moment.
Wow.
So we are so excited for part 2. Cannot wait.
Yeah. Christmas Day. Christmas Eve? Christmas Day. We have so much to watch on Christmas
My God,
Day.
it's over.
Marty Supreme.
My God.
When does the Avatar come out? Christmas.
No, it comes out, I think, like December 14th or something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like...
I want to see the Avatar.
Yes, we're going to see we'll see the blue peoples.
Yes.
We just saw the green peoples. Now we're going to see the blue peoples. And then we're going to see Marty Supreme, which is an orange.
The white peoples.
The white people. Hello, the white peoples. The orange ping pong ball head peoples.
Sure.
Have you seen that? Timothy Chalamet's been walking around with a bunch of people wearing orange ping pong balls on their heads.
I have not seen that. No.
Yeah, that's been like a thing during this whole press thing that he's doing.
All right. T.
I'm excited. I'm excited for that one.
I'm excited. I mean, like, I'm not. I don't super like love always like Oscar-y films. Like, not to say that those movies are bad. It's just like I love like a romp. You know what I mean? Like, I will take K-pop.
I have no intelligence, is what you're saying on the podcast right now.
I will take
honey.
Zootopia over, Marty Supreme any day.
Woof. Okay. Well, I will take Marty Supreme. And I'm very excited.
We should see all the Oscar movies this year because we haven't seen
I usually see all the
Bugonia.
Oscar.
We got to see Bugonia.
Begonia, Miss Alien.
Yes.
And I'm most excited to see Fran Drescher play Timothy Chalamet's mother.
And that is amazing casting.
That is good casting.
That is good casting.
That is an example of good casting.
Yes. No, we haven't seen her performance yet, but
I'm sure.
to me, I'm like, it's natural. Sold. Now we got to get Bette Midler to play my mother in a movie.
I think your mother should play your mother in a movie.
My mother's not an actress.
That's a horrible thing to say about your mother. She sure is.
She's not. She's a musician.
She's a talent.
Yes.
She is a force, Detra.
Okay.
Okay. She is a powerhouse
Thank
performer.
you. Thank you.
How about that?
Thank you. Anyway, we didn't really talk about the thing. Well, we sort of did.
What were we supposed to talk about today?
Well, the funny thing was I wanted to talk about, maybe things that weren't like film, TV, theater related,
Yeah.
but we just kind of got off on our own
We'll
tangent.
do that next week. We'll have a guest for you next week.
Yes. Sorry that there was no guest this week. There was the holidays are tough.
It's
so
tricky to coordinate with people to have them come be on the podcast when it's like family holidays.
Yes.
It's a moving puzzle piece. But
Yes.
we will have a guest for you next
and
week.
we will try to make up for it by getting an extra guest.
How about that?
Before the end of the year.
I mean, look at that.
So we're trying our best here. We're trying our best.
We're working on it, honey.
But I don't know. We could go for a few more minutes. Is there anything else you want to give me a hot take?
Taylor Swift sucks. I'm here.
Haven't heard from Taylor Swift.
Piss people off today.
She's still in her kind of hibernation. Haven't really heard from her.
Yeah, she's in her cocoon, getting whatever treatment she needs to get for the next thing.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know. There's not really any music of like in this moment right
And
now.
let us say, amen.
Am I crazy or like there hasn't really been any
She
news?
just put out an album called "Life of a Showgirl,"
I don't mean Taylor Swift
which,
music.
by the way, I still have not heard one song of ever.
I haven't heard any songs all the way through, so I just know that people didn't really like it and
Yeah,
whatever. But I like. Have there been any like
bangers lately.
just like new music released?
Not that much new music comes out at this time of year.
Right.
It generally comes out like beginning of next year.
Right.
Like
like all the
we're all
Halloween.
trying to get the Grammy noms, so
Right.
it comes out
Well,
like.
Well, I think Olivia has a new album soon, right?
She's a new album coming
So
out.
that will
Olivia
probably
Rodrigo,
be
friend of the pod.
fantastic.
Hello.
Probably will be fantastic.
We're gonna love it.
We're gonna love it.
Love it.
Love.
Okay,
I need-
great.
I need a new Chapel album.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed with her. I have to say.
Well, it's just the songs that she's been releasing have been like slow songs.
She had some great hits.
I think I have faith in her that she can bring back the up tempo.
I'm wondering if she was just like a little phase.
No,
Is that crazy?
I don't think so. I think she's smart enough and talented
There were so
enough.
many people who were like little phases. I don't think she's smart enough at all. I don't think she's very smart at all. Otherwise, she wouldn't. Be
I think
running
she's
her
a
mouth the way
smart
she
artist.
does.
I don't know if she's like a smart PR. She's not smart with her PR.
She's a PR nightmare.
But she's a smart artist. Like she is a good artist and she does do things smartly as an artist. So I think for that reason she loves to create. So I think that she will have more things in the future, but I don't know. It's really just Sabrina Carpenter kind of dominating the airwaves right now.
Yeah, I don't listen to Sabrina, so
She's fine.
I don't,
She, she's working
we
late.
came up with legends. We came up with Lady Gaga.
Right.
We came up with Beyonce.
Well, and then we need that Beyonce part 3.
Yeah. That
Which,
maybe next year.
do you think it would happen in 2026?
Maybe.
Because it would be
Possible.
2022, 24, and 26, right?
Yeah, I think
Right?
it's certainly possible.
So that would be lovely. That would be lovely for
Yeah,
me.
I would love
personally would love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really like Lady Gaga's still on tour. Not really any like crazy like stadium shows that were.
Whoever booked that tour should be fired.
Yeah, she
Because
really
that
should have
is-
done stadiums.
She is a stadium performer.
Yeah,
she
she-
is not an arena performer.
She really should have done stadiums, but maybe next time. I'm sure she'll do stadiums again.
I'm sure she will.
But I guess we'll just have to see with the music stuff.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what happens. But from here on out, it's holiday tunes.
Holiday tunes.
We wish
No.
you...
Can't sing.
Honey, I like to sing.
Well, not on the podcast,
It's very sad.
All right. Thanks so much for joining
How does it
us
feel
this
to
week.
have your voice silenced?
Good.
Or maybe how does it feel to have your voice taken away?
That was the line.
That was that was the line, right?
Yeah.
How does it feel to have your voice taken away?
Feels good.
I'm like Elphaba, and you're just taking things away from me.
All right.
Taking
We'll
away
see you
my
next
freedom.
week. You can follow us on socials at Let's Talk About That Pod.
You get all socials at Let's Talk About That Pod. You can send us an email at Let's Talk About That Pod at gmail.com.
Hello. That's it. We'll be back with a guest next week. Thanks for joining us for another great episode of
Let's talk about that. Bye. I don't like that thing.
Ugh.